Yes, you guys, welcome back. I'm EFC, this is Blue Lions TV, and today I'm here to discuss our 4-0 win against MALMO in the Champions League tonight. We saw goals today. It's been a while since we've scored more than, 2 goals past the team for Lord knows how long. However, these goals did come at a price. And this was a very expensive price. This was a price of around £160 million worth of talent that got injured tonight, and I'm estimating and assuming that they will be out for the next few weeks. So this is quite disappointing. Of course, I understand why Tuchel decided to use Lukaku. He wants to build that understanding with Lukaku and the rest of his teammates. I feel like we aren't playing balls quickly enough to him. I don't think we're playing to his best strengths at times, and I think maybe with more game time, more experience playing alongside each other, maybe that could accelerate the understanding a bit more. But at the same time, against Malmo, you're thinking we have enough options in the squad and the team, enough depth where do we have to necessarily rely on Lukaku from the start of the game? Why not turn to him as a substitute as the game does go on? When the game opens up in the second half, is that not even more of an opportunity to get Lukaku to, acclimatise even better with his teammates? But regardless, this game had many positives today. Again, our defence, excellent performance. I mean, we just have the best defence for me in Europe. World-class defenders in every single position. It's ridiculous. The amount of times Rudiger and Christensen were bombing forwards. Of course, playing against opposition like MALMO gave them more license and freedom to want, push up more and join the attack. But the threat they bring, the quality they have when it comes to playing passes between the lines and their threat on the board as well, it really gives us a lot of options, and we really need our defenders to have that quality in the back. But regardless, you guys, in today's video I'm going to break down the goals, the moments, of course, and the opportunities now for players like Kai Havertz, Hudson-Odoi, and many more. So I hope you guys do enjoy. If you like today's video, smash that like button. Let me get over 1,500 likes for today's video. And without wasting any more time, we kick things off and let's discuss the lineup. The lineup, I guess we all assume that Lukaku and Werner would play up front together. It seems like maybe Tuchel wants to maybe investigate things more with this 3-5-2. He wants to get Werner and Lukaku playing up front together. They're going to need more game time, but in the first half, they looked a bit promising, I thought. I thought that Werner's runs in behind, and he looked very sharp today. But, if I'm being real too at the same time, I felt like our quality was just like a golf in class, like the next level of a MALMO. Like, they looked so slow on the ball when it came to pressing and closing us down. They couldn't get there quickly enough. But, at the same time, it takes nothing away from our performance, because I really thought that we played really well. I thought that we really moved the ball quickly from left to right, played switch balls time and time again, and played between the lines, constantly. So, this was a very professional, but, a very, serious performance tonight from the guys today. And that still applies to Timo Werner, who I thought looked very threatening in the game today. But regardless, things went in our favour quite early on. We get the first goal in the game, and I thought this goal was an excellent one. Thiago Silva, receiving the ball outside wide. I think it came back after, another dangerous moment in the box with Lukaku. Thiago puts in an excellent ball inside the box. He finds Christensen, he plays the cross in front of Christensen's run. How often are we seeing that type of cross being played all the time? Not very often. And Christensen showing his, good shooting technique. The guy does have very good shooting technique, and when he gets forwards, he has more of a goal threat. Christensen's always been very good at carrying the ball forward and, playing in midfield, and that's what makes him such an excellent player. So he took his goal extremely well, and the moment we scored the first goal, the game was in our favour, because whatever game plan that MALMO had, unfortunately, that just went in the bin straight away. And from then on, we just started to dominate and just take control of the game, like, completely. After that, there were some dangerous moments from Lukaku with a deflected effort. And of course, we saw Timo Werner with another bad miss. However, thank God it was offside and it doesn't really count. But regardless though, I think it's the time to talk about the 2 injuries that came in the first half. Lukaku getting the first one. Now, this was unfortunate. He won us the penalty, which was dispatched by Jorginho very well. He used a completely different penalty technique for this one. Very good decision. But the tackle was pretty bad. It was a pretty naughty one, in my opinion, from behind, getting his ankle like that. And when you're hearing the commentators suggesting that this is an ankle injury, I'm just hoping that it's not too much of a severe one. No fractures, no breaks, just maybe a bit of bruising is what I'm hoping for, because You know, I still feel like Lukaku is a big threat and brings a lot to the team, even though we aren't necessarily playing to his strengths and getting the best out of him. A lot of work is needed to do this because he can really make the difference for us, as we saw in his first debut game against Arsenal. But moving on, you guys, discussing Timo Werner too. Getting a hamstring, quite unfortunate. He moved, he ran a lot. He was receiving between the lines time and time again. He was dropping deeper too, and was bringing that threat throughout the game today. Unfortunate that he's off as well, but I guess this is an opportunity now for your Hudson-Odois, your Kai Havertz's, etc., especially Hudson-Odoi, who needs to really cement himself in a team and wants to play down the left-hand side in his best position. So good for him that he got an assist in the game today. I thought it was a very good pass, great waiting behind to find Kai Havertz with a super sexy dink finish, bottom corner. Sorry, you guys. And for me, that is what I like about Callum. How often are we seeing that pass being played in behind with that great weight? When I look at Callum, he reminds me of that type of winger, stylistically like a Ribery. Ribery was like a great playmaker as well as a great scorer too. And I feel like Hudson-Odoi plays with that same panache in his game. I feel like, are we doing enough to really get the best out of that? Him playing out of position for so many seasons, how is that really going to help him master his best position and really grow there and play his best football? I do hope that things do change, and now that there are injuries in attack, this is an opportunity now for Callum to really take things now, take agency, take control, make things happen. At the same time, I thought this was a good performance from him, but I do feel like I do want to see Callum maybe run at opponents a bit more. I felt there's a few times when he's receiving balls, for example, he's not receiving enough from the half turn, where he's just quickly receiving the ball and turning and running at someone, trying to force things, trying to open up spaces, trying to drive into them, trying to make things happen for the team. Because with this like positional game we play, I feel like you need players who are good on the ball, who can dribble past opponents, free up spaces to allow others to move into that space. And I feel like we don't necessarily do that as much, and maybe that's why we can be not one pace, but I guess not as adventurous. The same passing routines that we've all seen. Passes back to the centre backs, right to left, then it finds a midfield player which finds a wing back, etc. We've all seen that, and it's very effective, but at the same time, as we've seen recently, it can be a bit limiting. So I do think the right players, just making sense of the system more by running at opponents more, creating those spaces. I think that's very important to really maybe bring Tuchel's ideas to life a bit better. But regardless, 3-0 up literally from the start of the second half, and then not too long after that, the fourth goal comes, and it was a second penalty scored by Jorginho, and I thought he looked very good today. He played some very good passes in behind, a quick tempo, left, right, first time passes throughout the entire game today too, and really just supplementing the attack time and time again. So I thought Jorginho played well today, took his penalties very good too, and just the moment in which those penalties were even won. Rudiger today was a man on a mission, from the start of the game, when he was just giving shit to that MALMO player at the start. That's the passion the guy plays with, that's the mentality that the guy plays with as well. So he harnesses it very well for the team in a much more controlled manner than what Diego Costa was able to do, and he wins us that penalty by again being in the books, getting on the ends of a 1-2 from Kai Havertz. Was it a 1-2? Whatever, a pass from Kai, I think, and getting the penalty for us after that. And you're just thinking, okay, we've made it 4-0, 60 minutes, let's go. Tuchel makes a triple sub. We see the wing backs coming off, and we see Reece James and Marcus Alonso coming on, and Saul coming on as well, and that completes 5 substitutions that Tuchel could make in the game. And I don't know, I felt like when those subs came on, our tempo was a little bit different. I felt like we weren't really creating as many opportunities, a few dangerous moments here and there, but the tempo was just not the same. I guess players had needed more time to get into the game like that, and I don't know. I was hoping for a little bit more, but at the same time, I can't get too a bit ahead of myself. We scored 4 goals today, and it was important to get this win against MALMO today, because after that loss against Juventus in the last game of the Champions League, of course, we can't afford to slip up anymore, make any more mistakes. We have to, get the job done. So it's great that we can pick up some relatively, I like to say easy points now, against MALMO to just, hopefully win the group and, maximize our chances of just going deep in this tournament again. Because of course, man, with Chelsea Football Club, our ambition has to be to win the trophy again. It's really that simple for me. So today, you guys, we saw, some good moments today. For me, our defense was excellent. Shout out to N'Golo Kante. Wow, I mean, he's utterly world class. And, I honestly feel like MALMO just weren't the greatest today. I didn't feel like they defended too well against us. They couldn't close us down. And like physically, they weren't too much of a match for us at times too. But regardless, our guys played well, and players like Kante kind of like just epitomize that, to be honest. Just constantly was driving in the books, looking to create things, make things happen time and time again, playing some excellent passes too, great 1-2s out wide too, and just constantly just running into spaces every single time and just breaking the lines. He can do so much. He's so complete. If there was one thing though, and I agreed with Glenn Hoddle when he made the comment on TV, that I wish that Kante kind of, like maximize that long shooting ability. I wish I had a midfielder that could do that, because we create some good opportunities outside the box, which is screaming for someone who has good technique to take those shots from outside there. But, he was great today too. And, I thought Kai looked very threatening. Now that the strikers are out, there's an opportunity for Kai to cement himself in false nine, because maybe that is more his best position, playing up front. And of course, since we have these two strikers now, he's not really finding himself in the team like that. So, I feel like Kai really has to prove himself a bit more. Of course, we've seen some good moments of quality, but we haven't seen that consistency at times. I felt for him because he has played in many different roles, and at times we necessarily get the best out of him, but at the same time we have to see a little bit more at times too. And now that the two strikers are out, this is his opportunity now to remind Tuchel by, you got to start taking me more seriously. So you guys, on that note, I'm going to wrap things up and keep things moving. Thank you for watching. Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. How did you feel about the game? Who are the players that stood out for you too? And who was your man of the match as well? So on that note, I'm the EFC. This is Blue Lines TV. I'll catch you guys later with some more videos. Cool.